Hey guys, how you doing? It's KJ here from The Scariest Movie Ever. Wanted to share this video with you. This is something I'd actually mentioned on my radio show a few nights ago. But the military has been playing around with a new missile that they're going to be calling Brimstone. And Brimstone's very special because it can actually hit a car moving at 70 miles per hour from 7 miles away. So I want to go ahead and attach a little footage on the end of this, because the connection I found with that, of course, is the obvious. What does brimstone sound like to you? Where do you find brimstone? Fire and brimstone sounds familiar, right? Sounds kind of biblical. Well, it's there, and these kind of connections are real. They come out all the time in media, and we're seeing this more and more. So not only the missile, this is the one thing that first caught my eye, but then I kind of stumbled into something else I wanted to share with you here real quick. It wasn't but, I don't know, just a few months ago, I was just kind of daydreaming about this this video here. It popped into my head. Now I actually put that video, and that's Beyonce right there, and she's with a bunch of people in riot gear, like police state type. And this was at some awards show. The Grammys, and it was like 7 or 8 years ago. It was a while back. So a few months ago, it just kind of popped in my head. I went back and I watched the video, and I was just kind of thinking about a few things. One thing, though, first thing before I kind of get to the main idea here, is it's interesting to note that that did predate all this hardcore militarization of our police over the last 8 years in a lot of ways. I mean, it was slowly building, but this is the kind of stuff we say whenever we look for, quote, Illuminati symbols and patterns in the world and things like this. But this right here is a classic example. This is kind of like how with 9/11 you found a lot of 9/11 symbolism in movies and TV shows before it came out. Well, this is the same thing. This is very much it's part of the public ritual. This is all Illuminati type stuff. They'll put it out there before it comes. It's lesser magic also. I've mentioned that before. Sometimes they'll put this stuff out there to kind of, it's like how the vampire has to be invited to come into your house and then it can get you. It's kind of the same thing. It's almost like they put this stuff out there at first, warning us or hinting at us, and nobody really does anything about it, so they're like, okay, cool, let's do it. That's kind of a simplification of it, but you get the idea. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Another example of Illuminati artists being used for the magic of the Illuminati through the entertainment industries. So to get to the main point, though, so I was watching this a few months ago, popped in my head. I watched a little bit of this video, and I started thinking, it's crazy because we really have, our police force has become so militarized lately, but it's all just becoming like something out of a science fiction movie. I mean, every day there's something new, right? So I started thinking, like, eventually they're probably going to even take, I thought maybe they'll start wearing masks, or they'll have weird helmets with maybe even like scary looking faces, robot faces, and then eventually it'll just be, who knows, maybe demonic faces or something, but they'll say it's a psychological warfare thing to kind of scare you into submission or whatever, which is what a lot of this stuff is anyway. It really is there to kind of scare us into submission as well. I mean, look at that stuff. Look at these guys. So anyway, and now you're seeing this stuff in your neighborhoods. That's the crazy thing. You're seeing like your police officers dressed up like this in a lot of places. So anyway, so I was thinking eventually they're gonna, they're gonna do stuff like that, probably with the masks and make them scarier or whatever, and just kind of flipping around my imagination. So then I find this story right here. But check this out. Now, it's not exactly like a demon face or a dragon or something like that, but what they're saying is that this is the Army is designing the next generation protective mask. Okay. And as we know, with all this stuff, all these things they design and test out, they test them out over there in war because we're in so many little skirmishes all the time. And then what's happening in the last decade or so is now they bring it back to our local police forces. You find these guys becoming militarized and using all this stuff that's been tested out in the field, and now they're going to use it in their local communities to test it out on us, or to use on us sometimes. So anyway, I thought that was interesting, but yeah, just kind of take a look at that. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? I mean, to me, that looked like, the second I saw it, it was like, wow, I feel like I've seen at least a dozen sci-fi or horror type movies, that take place in the future, or like a dystopian future, New World Order style stuff, end of the world type things, but you'll see these guys with those kind of masks on, like being the police, or being the the guards or whatever. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. It really is interesting how more and more all this stuff we see in film and movies and all this stuff, it just seems to be becoming real in a lot of ways. So Everything's upside down, isn't it? To me, it's interesting to watch. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thanks a lot. I'll talk to you here real soon.